D, wait for it, delightful.
Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
What's up, nerds? So I just finished the third episode of Obi Wan Kenobi, and I'm just gonna tell you right now, I didn't like it. It was boring as all get out. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's very obvious to me that the people that wrote this show don't know Star Wars. They just don't. They don't know Star Wars. And Deborah Chow, I said I liked her directing in the first two episodes, but I take it back. I didn't like her directing in this episode. I didn't like a lot of this episode. I'll tell you that right now. I have thoughts. And I know I want to say this real quick right off the bat before I do get into this breakdown. I know that there's been a lot of chatter about Moses Ingram getting some flack on social media. I just want to chat right now. I am going to criticize her. I'm going to criticize her acting. I'm going to criticize her character, Reva. And if you don't like that, bail out now, because I am not going to hold back my feelings for my thoughts for your feelings. I don't care. If you don't like what I have to say, then just toot along, because I don't like this character. It's not good. It's not written well. It's not acted well, unless you like people with this face the whole time. So yeah. In saying that, there was a lot of problems with this episode as far as like pacing, and like, it was just boring. Like I tuned out a couple of times. Like I was like, what? Wait, what's going on? What? And everything. Vader was cool. Vader looked cool and everything. That lightsaber battle, I got thoughts. And there was some interesting stuff in here, but not enough to make me go, this was a good episode. I mean, it wasn't even okay. I'm like, it was mediocre at best. I mean, I saw some people saying like, this is something. What was the words they used? I don't know. They said like, this is the best Star Wars has ever offered. And I'm all like, you think this is the best? Oh, honey, then you haven't had anything good. So I mean, you're sitting over here eating hot dogs and I'm eating filet mignon. Okay, so I mean, that's what you think Star Wars. This is Star Wars. This is a tube steak, so suck on that. All right, so I'm gonna get down to this breakdown because I don't want to keep you too long and everything. But I just want to say that if you like what I do here and you enjoy independent content here on YouTube, please consider subscribing to my channel. YouTube is always changing up their algorithm, and small channels like mine, we always get shoved to the back of the line. So I please ask that you like, share, and subscribe, and I thank you in advance. So now that I've got that business out of the way, I do want to go through this episode. So it starts off with Obi Wan, and they're on this ship, and they're going to another planet. And he's sitting here meditating. He's trying to talk to Qui-Gon. He's hearing Qui-Gon. He's hearing, Reva and everything. And they go back and forth from him and Darth Vader putting on his armor, which was pretty cool. That part was cool. I recorded a reaction, but I don't know if I'm going to have enough time to edit and put it online today. Maybe I'll do it sometime this weekend. I don't even care. But it's Darth Vader, and he looks cool. Darth Vader's cool. Darth Vader's a cool bad guy. That's just the end of that. So then it goes over to, this is Mustafar, and this is his Darth Vader's castle. This is where he hangs out and everything. This was supposed to be in that last Star Wars episode 9, but J.J. Abrams took it out and stuff. So he's sitting here in his little throne room and everything, and he's talking to Reva, and he's all like, I do not care about the Grand Inquisitor. And I'm all like, what? And that's another thing. I really don't like him messing with canon. And this is Disney canon. That's the thing. They don't even care about their own canon. That's how I know the people that wrote this show. And I know Moses Ingram has never watched Star Wars. She is not a Star Wars fan. She took the job. Don't blame her for that. But she just took the paycheck, and that's it. She phoned it in. It's cool. I get it. I would take the paycheck too. I'd ride that money train straight to the bank. But the people that wrote this show clearly do not watch or read Star Wars like at all. So he's basically just saying like, I want Obi-Wan, and she's all like, we're gonna find him, sir, and everything. And he's like, I know what you want. You want to be the Grand Inquisitor. And he's talking about, and the thing is, these Grand Inquisitors, they are not Sith. Because they do have lightsabers and they're force sensitive and everything, but when it comes to being a Sith, like there's only the rule of 2, and if you can't beat the apprentice, which she would not be able to beat Darth Vader, and clearly she doesn't, because we know where this ends, Then you fight the apprentice or the lord to become the master. Anyway, so she's like, it will be done, sir. So then he looks out onto his little crappy kingdom. And we go onto the ship where Obi-Wan's fixing that little Lola, whatever robot, which I'm like, it looks like those little robots from Batteries Not Included. If you've ever seen that movie, so good. Love that movie. Anyways, so she's like, can this go any faster? And he's all like, it's a trade road. It goes as fast as it can. She's like, can't you just push it with the force? And he's like, that's not how it works. And she's like, how does it work? What's it feel like? And he says, when it's really dark, and then you turn on the lights, it's like that. And I'm like, oh, that's a crappy experience, because guess what happens when I turn on the lights after it's been dark? I go, and everything. So turn on the lights must not be all that great. And for the force does not feel all that great. Anyways, so he fixes her robot and gives it to her. And she's like, Lola, you're like my best friend. And I go, that's so weird. Anyways, so they go to this planet. I don't remember the name of the planet. It looks from space. It looks cool. And they land and everything, and they sneak out and everything. And they're traveling along, and they're going to these coordinates. And I can't remember what they talk about here, but they're talking about something. And they're talking about the Empire and everything. And they see these people being, questioned by the Empire. And then he sees this vision of Anakin Skywalker. And I'm like, okay, whatever, and everything. And then we go back to the Inquisitor's little hideout, which is actually pretty cool. I think it's cool. It's reminiscent of Vader's castle. It's just surrounded by water. It's very cool. So she lands. She's walking through and everything, and you can see that it's underwater because you see all this stuff. And then when she goes in to see the other Inquisitors, it's underneath water also. It's very cool. So she goes in there, and like I said, there's the underwater part with the windows. It's very cool. And he's all like, he pulls her to he's like, and he's all like, he's like, I know what you want. You want that chair, but that chair is mine, and everything. And he's like, you will not take it from me, and everything. And we do know that he survives because or maybe he won't. I don't know. The Grand Inquisitor was in Rebels, and they killed him. So maybe this dude won't be in maybe he'll die too, because he won't be in Rebels. And then I can't figure out, is she supposed to be a Twi'lek, because she's kind of got these Liku right here, but they're not very big. Like maybe they weren't fully developed. I don't know. Anyways, because she was, a child probably when they took her as an Inquisitor. But she's like, release the probes. She's like, Vader has put me in charge of this mission. And he's like, do you want to not follow his orders? And he's all like, you will. He's like, I will get to what I deserve, and so will you. And she's like, I hope so. And I'm all like, it's very like just one note, like, I hope so. And I'm all like, listen, Moses, listen. This is not about her race. If they picked a white woman to do it, I'd say the same thing. It's just she's not doing a good job. That's the thing. And this show's not very good. That's the whole thing. If you like this, great. That's great. But if you like this, oh man, you like a lot of crappy stuff. I can tell already. Anyways, I know I'm white and I'm racist. I get it. And I don't care if you think I'm racist, as long as you think I'm thin. So they set off all these probes into space, like they did in Empire. And then they go back to this planet. This is a mining planet. And they get to the coordinates. He's like, and as soon as they get there, he's all like, oh, because they were talking about trusting people and everything. He's like, there's no one here. I knew we couldn't trust them. He lied to us and everything. And I'm all like, you've been there for like 2 seconds, dude. Calm down. Like, geez, Pete, drama much? I'm all like, ugh, so obnoxious, Obi-Wan. So she waves down this little transport guy, and they get up there, and she's like, hey, we're from Uma or whatever. And he's like, that's a weird story. And I believe this is Seth Rogen under here, which, is cool. I like this little alien guy. He looks like a what are they? A platypus, right? Platypus. I don't know. He looks cool. He's like, that's a weird story, but hop on board. And then they get on, start talking about how the Empire's great, because we call use a little order in this world. And I totally agree. A little order is not too bad. But yeah, so they're traveling. They pick up some stormtroopers. Stormtroopers get on, and they start asking him questions. And he's like, he calls Leia instead of Luma. And he's like, why did you call her Luma? He's like, her mother's name was Leia. Why her mother's name was Leia? She looks just like her mother and everything. And he's being honest, yeah, Leia. Yeah, and she looks just like her mother because she, he's like, every time I look at her, I see her, I get confused and everything. And then they're sitting, and she's like, you knew my mother, didn't you? And she's like, are you my father? And he's all like, oh, what does he say? I wish that was the truth, but it's not, and everything. And I thought that was kind of touching because he did know both his parents and everything. And Obi-Wan can't have kids, or maybe he can have kids, but he hasn't. So they're about to get to this checkpoint where there's this little laser fence, and they get out, and he's like, hey, these people are weird. Check them out, and everything. They get him out, and along comes a probe and everything. He's scanning him and everything, and he figures out it's Obi-Wan, and he shoots it, and get into a big gunfight, which this wasn't even that great. He holds her hostage. He shoots him. He goes to get the gate open or unopened. Oh, I forgot to tell you, this guy, he got cut in half because he fell off that little tower. Hold on, let me see if I can find. Oh, hold on. This little tower, and he landed on it when it was there, and he got cut in half. And I was like, he's dead already. Anyways. And then they go past here, and then another transport comes along, and they're like, freeze. And I'm like, why don't you just shoot at him and everything? And then this woman comes up behind and shoots them all in the back. And she's like, come on, let's go. I wasn't able to get to the coordinates on time. And by the time I got there, you had left. And he's like, you weren't there and you didn't wait. Like, wait 5 minutes. That's what's wrong with people these days. They don't want to wait and chill out for like 2 minutes. They're just all like, you're not here. Bye. So the Inquisitors figure out that they're there. And she goes to inform Lord Vader. He's like, he already knows and everything. And she's all like, she's like, if you want to take credit for this, that's fine. But if stuff goes downhill, you're going to really take the credit for it then. And I'm paraphrasing, calm down. I just go back to that old Reagan's statement. You have, what did he say? You have no idea what you can accomplish as long as no one is interested in taking credit, which is so true. If it doesn't matter who gets credit for it, you can get so much accomplished. Because, yeah. And then this one, I think she's not the seventh sister. I think she might be the sixth sister. I don't remember. Anyways, doesn't even matter. So in this little town, it's a quiet village. Anyways, so she, goes across the street to get in this little place. And then they go, what does he say here? I don't remember. They get in there, and she's like, this is just, no humans don't come in here because this is just where this robot fixes robots. And they put him in here, and she's like, this is where we come. And they're talking about all of these, this is like an underground railroad for Jedi and everything. And he goes to the wall, and he talks about Quinlan Vos. He mentions Quinlan Vos, and that is this guy right here. Now, this is him in the Clone Wars with Obi-Wan. And messed it up. Anyways, so he's originally from the comic books and everything, but he was in the Clone Wars, which I liked him in Clone Wars. It was very good. But he was in the comic books, but I don't know if the comic books he was in had been retconned and they're no longer part of canon. They're just part of legacy. I do like his character. He's very like kind of an untraditional kind of Jedi, like very Native American-esque, which is very cool. But he was a good character and everything. And if they do bring him to live action, I hope that he's cool, and I hope they hire a Native American man to play him. That'd be super cool. Yeah. Representation, right? Representation. Yeah, that's okay. That's my thoughts on him. And so he talked about, there it is. So he talked about how they bring younglings, because remember, a lot of the younglings died during the invasion the attack on the Jedi Temple. And these ones got downed by Anakin. Bummer. And if you remember, because later on we'll see it, but I'll mention it now and everything. But at the beginning of last episode 2, this little black girl, a lot of people saying this is Reva. I mean, if it is, it's fine. But if that's Reva, then that means all these younglings were either killed or captured. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe they got through the Underground Railroad. But yeah. So that's that. And also, I just want to bring up that if Quinlan did get younglings out, there were a batch of younglings in Clone Wars, and they were very cool. There was all of these guys and everything. They were very cool, but one of them which is Guji. He obviously survived, maybe, I don't know, but he will be in Star Wars Bad Batch or season 2, because this is a still from the trailer, which I think is very, very cool. I hope they do bring Goji in as live action. That'd be great. I'd love that so much. So it talks about how getting Jedi through and anybody that opposes the Empire kind of thing. And so they're sitting, and they mark themselves through that. This is when he talks about Quinlan Voss. So troopers come in, they check the place out, and this robot doesn't answer because they don't allow it to speak and have interactions. It just fixes things. So they're getting ready to head out and everything. And I can't remember what she says here, but it really doesn't matter because it was boring as shit. Then he gets the sense. Oh, and he goes to check out the window, and the Inquisitors are there. All 3 of them. There's a couple of Inquisitors that they haven't had on the show, but they won't. But it'd be interesting to see if they bring them in. They won't. Like Sarah Michelle Gellar voiced the 7th sister. It'd be interesting to see if they brought her in. Anyways, so Vader comes in, and to get people to come out, he pulls these people out of like their hiding spots. Like this guy's in here, and he pulls him out by his neck. His son tries to come and save him, and he snaps his neck and everything. And then there's that kid snaps his neck, and they just sit there because Obi-Wan's a little pussy. And he's just like killing people left. Like this woman, he drags her through the streets, and he's just like not messing around. He's all like, come out now. I'm not playing. I'm not asking, Obi-Wan. And she goes to like help, and he's all like, you're going to listen to orders. We're going to look and see if there's any more and all that stuff. And Obi-Wan runs like a little bitch. And Vader finds him, of course. And so they start, and so he's running. He's like, oh, where is he? Where is he? He pops up. And then these guys are going through the town, and she goes in and finds all this stuff through there. And of course, Obi-Wan's running away. Now, I just want to say, do you remember like a year ago when Kathleen Kennedy was at it was like Star Wars Celebration, and she said Star Wars Day, and she said this line.
This will be the rematch of the century.
Not so much, honeybee. Not so much. This fight sucked. This lightsaber battle. And I'll tell you right now, I know there's supposed to be another one, but I'm pretty sure that won't be that great either. Okay. So, he sends her in through the tunnels with Leia, and he's like, get her safe, get her free, and everything. Reva, and she has to go back to help. She has to. She's like, good luck. And she tells Leia, go down to the end of the tunnel. There will be a pilot there that will be able to help you. So then he's fighting. They're fighting. Fighty. He, throws down some stuff or whatever. Reva finds the little room and everything. She sees this Jedi. That's the Jedi symbol that was in the temple and everything, or the Jedi symbol and everything. So what? She's having flashbacks. And like I said before, a lot of people think that this is her as a child right here that led all these people. Because of course she did. These younglings. And they think that she was just taken, but I don't know if that's true or not. I honestly don't care. So then she, gives her stone face, like, normal. And so then Vader, he, does his thing, and he puts down some fire and drags Obi-Wan through it. And he's like, I'm going to torture you. This is the first of your torture and everything. I'm like, hey, and everything. So then she comes up on this ridge. He stops the fire. He like force pushes Obi-Wan out of the fire and stops the flames and everything. And then she comes in, and as he's going through to get him, she sets it back on fire with a little blasty blast. And I'm all like, yeah, do another force push and push out the flames, Vader. But no, they don't. So these guys don't find anything. This robot comes in and saves Obi-Wan. Leia gets to the end of the tunnel, and Reva's there. And she's all like, are you the one that's supposed to come in and take me away? And she's all like, I can be. And she sees the dead pilot, and then she runs. And that's the end of the episode. And like I said, boring. I mean, the lightsaber battle was not good at all. And I know you're going to be all like, well, the lightsaber fight in A New Hope wasn't that good. Okay, I'll give you that. But Right. This is supposed to be top-notch Star Wars. Like the Mandalorian is really good. But this I mean it's not and not everything from the Mandalorian is 100%, but I'll tell you right now it's better than this nonsense. I can't handle any of this. And like I said before, I will criticize Moses Ingram all I want. She is not good. I haven't seen her in anything else. So I don't know if she's good in anything else, but she's not good in this. I'll tell you that right now. And if you want to say things about me because I think that way, I do not care. I give zero F-bombs about that crap. Yeah, she's just not good. She's just not good. And you need to get over yourself. If listen, and if you like her, you think she's good. Good. I'm not stopping you from it. But and her race has nothing to do with it. It has nothing to do with it. I don't like the Asian guy that's playing the third brother either. I don't think he's doing a good job either. I don't think he's doing the other chick, the other alien. I don't know if she's white or not, or I mean, I don't know. She's doing all right. And Ewan McGregor's doing all right. The little girl, she's not doing a good job, but whatever. It's fine. It's fine. It's like whatever. I'm like, literally, I just don't care. But yeah, no. Yeah, so that's my thoughts on that. It's just not good. It's not good. And it bums me out because Boba Fett wasn't good. And I like Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan. He's always done a good job, but this show sucks. It's just so bad. I know. And you're all like, you're going to be all like, it was the #1 watch show on Disney, or opening weekend on Disney Plus ever. And I'm gonna be like, okay, so I watched it. I didn't think it was good, but whatever. It's fine. It's fine. If you liked it, great. If you didn't like it, you're with me. But in saying that, I'm going to wrap this up now. Tell me what you guys thought about this episode. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Who's your favorite character? What do you want to see next episode? What do you want to see overall? Tell me everything. You guys go ahead and leave all your comments in that section down below. If you like this video, go and hit that like button. You know, I won't mind. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. I will see you guys next week on my Obi Wan Kenobi breakdown and review. You guys have a good week. Bye.